Hey everyone and welcome to the channel. My name is Ash, aka Ghostbuster, and I am here with a review of Shootvaders The Beginning on Xbox. Now this was released on the 28th of June 2023, developed by 7 Raven Studios and published by totalconsole. And this is basically a good old sort of wave surviving shmup game, and I love me a good shmup. It's a space shooter where you basically have to go up against waves and waves and waves of sort of enemy alien ships, fighting your way through them with a whole host of power-ups and upgrades that you can grab to get the high score. Now, this game sees you play as Captain Dorin Fischer, and basically you're trying to save the future of humanity by finding a place to live, and you're basically going up against all these hostile forces in your spaceship. Now, the aim of the game, like I say, with a lot of shmups, it's very sort of like level driven, story based and stuff like that. This one is much more wave based. You will go to an area, battle multiple waves of enemies, and then you will progress through to the next sort of set of stages through like a corridor style area of gameplay where you basically can't touch the sides. You've got to avoid turret attacks and stuff like that. It kind of feels like an interactive loading screen, if I'm going to be honest, but it breaks up the gameplay a bit. Instead of it just being all just constant shooting, you do have the sort of like precision flying that you wouldn't normally get in a variety of shmup games. Now, the game features a whole host of upgrades and weapons you can buy for your spaceship. Now, there are human technology weapons and alien technology weapons. You buy them by collecting alien materials and stars. So when you do die, you basically can use what you've gained to then upgrade your ship. Now you can have up to 4 weapons attached, and you've also got like upgrades that you can slowly but surely pay to include onto your ship. Now you also have sort of special weapons. You can have like a shield that you can put up temporarily. You have like explosions that like explode around your ship to kill all the enemies nearby and stuff like that. And it's really, really fun. So you work your way through, I think there's about 8 different planets and these like 8 gateway paths to get through. There's over 10 different alien spacecrafts to deal with, each one that has their own sort of attack patterns and sort of health and sort of movement styles. You do get used to them pretty quickly. Like I say, you will see a lot of them in the earlier stages. But I do like that the game is very simple and easy to pick up. You basically just hold fire and move around the screen, blasting everything in sight. Now, graphically, it's not like a gonna blow your mind sort of graphics. It has nice looking sort of like planets in the background, and all of the sort of ships and the alien invaders are all like 3D modeled. They're slightly generic, but they do look nice. Gameplay plays really, really nicely as well. It's very smooth. There's a whole host, like I say, of upgrades that you can do to basically change how your ship plays, and also when you pick new weapons up while you're playing, it gives your ship a whole new feel. Sometimes they fire forward, sometimes they're to the side, and depending on what you've got depends on literally how you play the game. Now, I do like that it does have the replayability of having the high score system. Gives you a reason to keep going back and replaying it to try and get better and better. Downsides, it is only single player, which is a shame, because I'm sure this came out on Steam a while back and it had same screen co-op. I'm absolutely certain of it, but for some reason on the Xbox version it is single player only. And while that's not the end of the world, it is a shmup after all. Having that co-op would give it even more sort of replayability compared to just being a solo experience. Now, the game's playable on Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S consoles via backwards compatibility, and it's priced at £5.79. And I honestly enjoyed it. It does get a bit repetitive because it is very sort of samey. It kind of feels like a mix between like a shmup, sort of Gallagher-y gameplay, and then these sort of like corridor runs in between all of the levels. So it's a nice little mix-up of sort of styles, you'll get a fair few hours of fun out of it, and some of the achievements are pretty easy to get as well. But that's it for this video, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and we'll see you soon for more content. Bye for now.